Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an exciting update for the REY SKYWALKER movie that was announced earlier this year at Star Wars Celebration. We are going to go ahead, we're going to hop right on into it. In this video we are going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as a read. Daisy Ridley's upcoming Star Wars movie gets an exciting development update. According to new recent reports, the force is strong with development for Daisy Ridley's next Star Wars film. Lucasfilm officially announced the sequel trilogies of Star's return at Star Wars Celebration this year, as well as details concerning Rey Skywalker's efforts to rebuild the Jedi Order nearly 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker from 2019. While this New Order, Jedi Order movie was one of the 3 revealed at Celebration, alongside with James Mangold and his Dawn of the Jedi movie, and of course Dave Filoni's big culmination Mandoverse movie, fans expected Rey's new chapter to be the first to debut in theaters amongst these 3, and others like Taika Waititi and his Star Wars movie, as well as Sean Levy and his Star Wars movie. And despite the current state of the industry as of right now, that is a real possibility still. Of course, as we know, the Hollywood industry and the SAG-AFTRA actors are currently on strike. That means that Daisy Ridley isn't able to really work on this movie all that much for the time being. Things were recently, just a couple of weeks ago, nearly a month ago actually, thinking about it, for the Writers Guild of America. Things came to a conclusion and had finalized a deal. So things in Hollywood are beginning to pick up again, I really think. So this year all being said, according to a new recent report, the final draft for Daisy Ridley's Star Wars movie not only has an expected due date, but also a potential title, which is also something that we just discussed here on the channel. Following Damon Lindelof's departure as the original writer for this movie from the Charmin Obaid-Chinoy directed film, Lucasfilm tapped Stephen Knight to pen the script, whose draft was originally expected to be turned in by May of this year. While that never happened due to the Writers Guild of America strike, claims now suggest that Stephen Knight's draft now has a late October or a Thanksgiving due date, allowing Lucasfilm time to read and give notes before the end of this year, finalizing the overall script, and for them to begin things in the new year 2024. And even on top of that, hopefully by then the SAG-AFTRA and their actors strike will have come to a conclusion, and hopefully have things figured out on that end of things, and they'll be able to jump right into the pre-production, filming, and production of this movie for a potential 2025 release date. And so, in addition, while fans have referred to this film as the New Jedi Order movie or the Rey Skywalker movie, A New Beginning is the title that has been floating around as a possible title for the Rey Skywalker movie. However, it's important to note that a title hasn't been decided upon, and that A New Beginning may only be a shortlist contender or a placement for the time being. Only simply a rumor, should be treated as such, but for the things as into the regards of the script having a potential due date for Thanksgiving seems very prominent, that they would be able to finalize things by the end of the year and really get the ball rolling for this movie. And so I think that the next big question that we're all asking, aside from what is this movie actually even going to be about, aside from having the return of Rey and other sequel trilogy characters returning to the big screen and rebuilding a Jedi Order, the overall plot details of this movie, will Daisy Ridley's next Star Wars movie avoid any delays? While originally expected but not necessarily confirmed to arrive in theaters in December of 2025, as I had mentioned, Disney and Lucasfilm delayed the post-sequel trilogy tale to May 22nd of 2026, seemingly. However, in light of its ongoing process, and the SAG-AFTRA strike is resolved in the near future, by the end of the year, there's a real chance that, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy and Ridley's movie could make its May 2026 slot, or as I had also mentioned, maybe being released in 2025. It's likely that Lucasfilm wants to hold onto this date, especially since nearly 4 years have passed since a Star Wars movie was in theaters, and by 2026 it will be more than 7 years by then, maybe a little bit too long. They don't want to necessarily wait too long for this whole Star Wars movie hiatus and theaters and everything, but giving it a decent break is something that is well needed. although I will say for a 2025 release date for this movie, I think would really be something perfect because, wait a minute, I'm going to make you feel old, that would be the 10-year anniversary of The Force Awakens coming out in theaters. So I really think that that would be a nice thing and just a nice possibility for that to actually happen. And so, even if the SAG-AFTRA strike ends tomorrow or today, there's another hurdle Star Wars' next movie may face in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty for Marvel, which is currently slated to debut May 1st of 2026. No doubt Disney and Lucasfilm remember Solo, a Star Wars story's box office struggles against Avengers: Infinity War, and it's a mistake that they're unlikely to repeat. Having the two biggest franchises having movies in theaters at the same time is something that Disney, the House of Mouse, is something that they're definitely going to want to avoid. And at that same thing goes, we did see that happen with the Disney Plus shows Obi-Wan Kenobi and Miss Marvel. Having one or the other of these franchises overshadowing each other doesn't make any sense, especially seeing that Disney's the one that plays these cards. They don't want to play it against themselves, of course. Given the number of other variables facing the industry as of right now, both Lucasfilm and Marvel Studios, it's tough to predict when fans will be able to actually see this film, but for now I'm going to say late 2025, early 2026. However, this new development and update means progress is ongoing for Rey's return to a galaxy far, far away, and when Lucasfilm was able to greenlight production, the story will be ready as well. This all being said, it sounds like the Rey Skywalker movie is full steam ahead. It's the ball's rolling, and that this movie is really getting to go, and it has a big potential to actually get off the ground, unlike every other Star Wars movie that's been announced ever since 2019 after the Rise of Skywalker. Those movies just never seem to get off the ground or ever get the ball rolling, and from there are silently canceled and let go from Lucasfilm. So seeing a movie actually reach to this state, I feel like, with into the regards of its updates, is very exciting. Like having a script turned in and everything of that nature is something that's very exciting to see, and especially for a movie this big with Daisy Ridley returning from the sequel trilogy for this movie is something I think that, deep down, despite what you may think right now, it has a lot of potential, and I think that a lot of fans are really going to like this movie. It has a lot of potential to rewrite things, I think, going forward for this franchise, and, well, being a new beginning. This all being said, guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. What would you want to see with the future of the Star Wars franchise and the Rey Skywalker movie? Let me know what you guys are all thinking in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.